And welcome to the perk.
Hello, hello.
What's good? What up? So we have a special guest here today, our resident furry.
Yep, her name is Freya the furry.
Freya the furry.
Yep,
I wonder what she looks like without the costume.
it's gotta be weird. She's a little person, but we don't like to
Yes.
find her.
No,
You don't say midget.
Yeah,
you use the right terminology.
yes, yes.
But if you are a little person, you can say that though. It's like other things.
It's like other things.
It's
yeah.
like other
She's in
things.
character today, so she won't be talking.
It's like the Irish people, and we can call ourselves mixed, but don't you dare. And stop ruining my holiday, St. Patrick's Day. You know what I mean? Like, you're really taking my heritage and exploiting it.
Especially since he was a Roman, so it means he was Italian
Right.
from England.
Yeah, that is correct. But hey,
Why don't you just all like St. Brendan? At least he was a homegrown boy, you know?
but all the snakes are gone, so there's that.
You know what that was really about, right? There's never been a snake in Ireland, because it's an
So
island.
weird.
So what they were referring to was the Druids as the
Right.
snakes.
Interesting.
And the Celtic cross that you see with the circle and then the cross over it,
Mhm.
they worship the sun.
Right.
So what St. Patrick did was put the cross in front of it as Jesus and the Son of God, and then
Ah.
the Sun in the
I don't think she
cross
likes
represents
Epstein.
God the Father.
The dog's over here growling at the Epstein
She's like
flag.
spooked over that.
We have a flag over there with Epstein on it that
She doesn't
says,
like
this
it.
flag
It's
did not
okay,
hang
Vicky, look,
itself.
It's not real, look, see, it's,
So we have to show the dog that
it's okay.
Oh my God.
this is great. The dog is hating on Epstein.
It's okay, we don't like him either, it's
Maybe
not,
if,
it's not a supportive flag.
maybe if you set the dog here and the dog doesn't have a visual
It's okay,
of
baby.
Epstein,
Let's just look this
we don't
way.
like him either. It's a
It's
joke.
okay.
So Liam's got some unique thing
Yeah, I
going
got
on
some
here.
stuff today.
Okay, baby.
You know, nothing fancy
All right,
except
stop.
I'm going to change everybody's life. All the way 180 degrees. We're
Lay
going
down.
to change everybody's life.
I mean, you've already
So
changed
here's
my
a
life.
Mega Millions ticket for you.
All right.
427 million for the Mega Millions.
That's it?
A Mega Millions ticket for me.
I kind of wanted more.
Mega Millions ticket for you.
Nice.
And a Mega Millions ticket for you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And one of our sponsors,
Golden Leaf.
Golden Leaf Books, I asked them to find me some stones that will give us good luck on this money making journey, and we got opportunity, opalite and black obsidian. So
So
yeah, we're gonna win.
We kind of have
We're
an
just gonna
edge
win.
that
One of us
other
gonna
people
win.
don't have.
That's right.
So I hope y'all remember.
And the first thing you do if you win the lottery is turn yourself into an LLC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
That way they can't, you can also keep them from releasing your name.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want
That's-
everyone to know.
Not only that, but you'll have relatives come out of the
Oh, yeah.
woodwork.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? So
You
we're
wouldn't
gonna
believe
take
all the
these
children
out?
you'd suddenly have, Rob.
What's that?
You wouldn't believe all the children you'd suddenly
Yeah,
have.
well,
I would have.
I wouldn't believe the children I probably already do have. So are we gonna like choose one of these?
I would like a black one if that's
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't thinking that far ahead, but go ahead.
No, I
it
mean-
seems right. There's four of
So
them.
we discussed it
Do we
ahead of
dip it in
time.
yum yum sauce?
Yes.
If you want to.
We discussed
If
ahead
you're
of time that if we do win, we do owe Liam some money, exactly
We do.
$2.
This is like a pay.
$2.
So
This
he
is like
paid for the
a.
ticket
This is like an honor
Absolutely.
system. You pay me what you feel this genuine
for the.
opportunity and good deed is worth.
I'm gonna pay $2.
It's been nice knowing you, Liam.
Yeah, $2 it is, man.
Oh, I got the one that matches my heart.
You
It's
get the
black.
black.
So we're supposed to do suck on this thing or something?
It's
Ah,
like a
actually,
lozenge?
it's a suppository.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just so I let you know.
Gotta
The
proof it.
boof it.
So let's hope one of us gets lucky here.
Right,
If
right.
one of us gets lucky, you will be the last to know.
Well,
All of a sudden we just vanish, like.
Totally vanish.
Something you hear at Radio X on 106.5, you'll know I've won.
yes,
right,
yes,
right.
exactly. Oh man, that station needs to be bought.
That'd be cool.
And then bring Uncle Vito back.
Oh, yep. Uncle
Bring
Vito.
We'll have 2 vetoes.
Oh, yeah. Big Vito and Little Vito.
Yep.
You know what, honestly, I don't see this as $2 wasted, even though I guarantee I ain't gonna, nothing's gonna
Hey,
happen.
we don't need that kind of energy, don't need that energy
ruined
on
it.
there.
This hasn't kicked in yet, hold
I
on.
guess not.
No, but I mean, even no matter what, it's cool to spend $2 and then be like, yo, I could literally have any kind of life I want.
You're spending $2 for the fantasy.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That's cheaper than a lap dance.
Yeah, you're spending $2 to potentially be whoever you want to be in the world, and then like 3 days later. So the tip is to buy the ticket as much in advance of the drawing as possible, so you get that much more fantasy.
Yeah, the fantasy is good, and like thinking like scratch offs. You got these really like the people that hold up the line and they get all
Oh,
these
God.
scratch offs and the numbers, and you're just waiting there like, dude, your dollar in a dream is holding me up and making me late to work. But you got these people with the scratch offs that just scratch the bottom and scan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
like
pros.
that, that's
it's-
depressing.
Yeah, that's the pros. Yeah, right.
What
right.
about the fantasy that you brought up? Like if I get like a cash word or something, I like to play the game because it gives me that kind of like feeling like there's a chance, just for that little while. But I actually had an addiction to scratch offs for a while, so I don't gamble anymore. So Liam
Oh,
might
I
have
just
kinda-
enabled you?
Yeah, I'm enabled
Oh,
right
you're
now.
enabled. Oh,
I
man.
probably have a
You can
scratch
give it
off
back to me
addiction.
if you want.
We buy those a lot.
Never buy scratchers. I don't usually play this.
Right.
And if I do, it's like $2. People are like, you only spend $2? Well, it's as good as anything else. I
Yeah.
don't care.
I don't think your chances go up that
No,
much.
no, they don't.
Vegas wasn't built on winners, and neither was the lottery.
Right.
But like you said, what the hell? I mean, that dollar in a
You can't
dream is a
win.
hackneyed slogan,
You
but
can't win if you don't try.
exactly.
Now, does the money still go to charity and schools? And stuff?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I want to see if
So,
you did a good deed.
when I was sitting on the school board, they broke down the lottery money and how it works. So 85% of the lottery goes to administrative costs and to keep the game going.
Oh, jeez.
Of that 15%, 85% goes to New York City. And the rest is divvied out to the school districts throughout the area,
So you guys
or
got
throughout the state.
So you guys got
So we got
$20.
like 60, we got like a $1.50
Wow.
and a Hot Pocket by the
Wow.
time they were done.
Wow.
That explains Green Island School District right there.
Well, that and it's Green Island,
They have nothing.
yeah.
And they're losing teachers like left and right.
It's a super small district too,
This
right?
discussion brought to you by Green Island.
Green Island.
The other Emerald
The
Island.
other
You know, if I were to marry Green Island, that's what I would do, is those fields they don't use for anything over there, where they used to have youth sports,
Yeah.
I would hold 6 months before St. Patrick's Day, an Irish festival every year.
Oh, yeah.
Green Island, the other Emerald Isle.
Well, you got all the ideas.
Yeah.
The mayor of Green Island is ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying she's not a nice person or anything, but they operate that town so weird. So, like with the snow removal and stuff, they just come around with a bullhorn and a tow truck, and they're like, "Move your car." It's like, are you serious?
You're running out with your pants in one hand, your boots on,
Right.
looking like you're running from an angry husband or
I've
something.
never seen anything like it before. Oh, and speaking of other local areas, our great city of, well, I guess Albany had a bear. Oh, actually, a couple.
Oh.
A bear, a couple
Yeah.
bears just like scooting down New Scotland.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe the smoke drove them out of the woods?
No,
No?
I saw the picture from
I think it's
Albany
encroachment.
Lou.
Yeah.
Albany Lou had a picture, everybody was like, oh no, that's Photoshopped,
Oh.
no, that's Photoshopped.
That was Photoshopped.
That
That
one
one was
on New
Photoshopped?
Scotland was Photoshopped,
Yeah.
yeah.
It would have been
It was
great
a
if it was
different kind
like
of bear.
someone photoshopped Yogi Bear in with a picnic basket. A picnic basket running.
Right.
But no, I mean, they're developing a lot of areas in the suburbs and they're pushing, wildlife here and there.
That's what it is. The,
And it's been hot. There aren't a lot of berry bushes out there
mhm.
because they dried up quick this year. Garbage is full of good things for animals to eat. I mean, we get trash pandas around here in the
Yeah.
dumpsters behind this place.
They
That's
said,
true.
They said this thing, I don't know if it was Canadian
Yeah,
Forest
very-
Rangers, they had asked him about, so like how do you keep the garbage cans from, bears being able to get in the garbage cans? They said, well, what you have to understand is there's a significant overlap between the smartest bears and the dumbest tourists.
Well, once every year, right? Somebody gets eaten in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Or they run up and they try to pet the buffalo. Listen, just because they're big and they look dumb, they're not, and they're not slow,
Yeah,
and they're wild,
and they're very strong.
and they're very strong, and they have these big horns
Yeah.
on their head, you know? Let's fuck with the biggest thing in the room.
Yeah.
Come on, Leo. Come on, Leo.
Yeah, let's go.
I was reading this thing about all these like zookeepers tell all. I love this stuff on social media where it's like the top 10 things you didn't know from the inside of this industry, and I read them all the time. I want to know all the dirt. And they said that basically certain animals, like there's one animal that if it escapes is kill on sight. There might be a couple, but they said of all the animals you think would be kill on sight, there's one that is. It's the jaguar. They say the reason the jaguars kill on sight if it escapes is because they kill for sport. And then there was another one that they said was extremely dangerous was
Crackheads.
Yes,
yeah, they're only if you have a good car stereo.
Yeah. Or a bicycle.
And what the hell?
Oh, that reminds me. I'm sorry to change it.
It's
So my daughter's in the Park Playhouse production of Something Rotten that's going on down there, right? So she's working in, part of the crew doing costuming. It's a great experience, great show. Go check it out. So my wife is dropping her off one day so she can go to work, and some dude literally picks up a park bench in Washington Park and starts running down the street with it.
No way. Those things are not light.
So, I mean, in Troy, we put our couches on the front porch for the whole summer. He's
Right.
like, put the Rent-A-Center couch out in front, so you can relax out in your stoop. This dude stole a park bench
Wow.
in Albany and was trucking through Washington Park with
That's crazy.
You almost kind of want to let him keep it.
You
I mean,
do?
you do that, you
Right.
kind of want to let him keep
it.
it.
Listen, you show that kind of effort,
Oh,
that
my
kind of
God.
fortitude, I'm with you.
Right. Got you a job at the quarries.
There you go.
Things have been going good at home. Found this book that, so I was kind of like down in the dumps. The wife and I weren't getting along so great, and then the universe brought this book to me, and it like basically said like this will make your life better, and it'll change your marriage, and like it's a 40-day process. I'm only on like day 11 now, and things are going good. Like we're partners in crime again. Feels really good. So we're going to Grafton, which is, if you don't know, this little beach here. Is that Rensselaer County?
Rensselaer County, Grafton, New York. Yep, state park.
So we're going up there this weekend, and we got this little umbrella set up in the sand, and we kind of like took like a little stroll, and then we come back, and there's a whole family set up underneath our umbrella, and all of their kids are playing with all of our kids' toys.
Oh my God.
And I wasn't too butthurt about it because we weren't using it at that time. But I was also thinking like the audacity to do that. And then like 2 days ago, my neighbor's house, I don't know them personally, but I know what they look like. And there's this family on their porch. And I hear the mom saying to the kids like, shh, be quiet, we're not supposed to be here.
Why? Why would
Like-
they be there then?
I don't know, like what's going on? Are people just like infiltrating like
Well, they had to have a place to bring the park bench. They stole out of Washington.
That's
Park.
what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what made me think of that. Yeah, what's going on?
How do you even approach people who just took your?
They're squatting on your beach, brother.
Yeah, like how do you even how do you approach that? I mean, there's no good way to approach that. It's like oh, I'm sorry, you didn't realize that beach umbrella was ours.
Well, I originally started thinking like, what would Jesus do?
Jesus would take the damn beach umbrella.
I don't know. I was like, we're not using it right now. We're gonna go back here and cook on the grill. So I was like, because they were all like, oh my God, this is yours. They thought they just found
Oh.
it. They found a spot and they were gonna like keep it forever. We're like, you could use it for now. We're not gonna take the toys away from the kids. And because we were right behind them grilling, they had all the kids when they were done, neatly set all the toys back. So no
Then
harm
they came up and
done.
took your salad.
Right,
and
yeah,
your
right,
hot
right.
dogs.
Then the father's cooking on
this
the
is
grill. It was just a wild thing. But like, I just don't understand the audacity of people.
Well, it's
wild.
summer and people are jumpy. People get crazy in the summer.
That they do, especially around like the inner cities.
Oh, by the way, we didn't do our beverage.
Our coffee representation. I switched gears
I'm
today.
representing the classic Stewart's
Stewart's.
that won't
Not a
not
sponsor.
pass.
No,
Not a
it's
sponsor.
Not a sponsor, no.
Cumbies definitely not a sponsor. even less of a sponsor, but you get what you pay for.
Stewart's is a sponsor.
I always
in our
have
life.
like a rule that I don't really drink anything unless alcohol or caffeine is involved, unless it's water. So I have the dynamic duo right here. I got
Just
my-
way to overachieve.
I have to.
Way
I
to
mean, like I don't
overachieve.
have a lot going for me, so I gotta I
That's not
gotta excel
true.
in certain areas. So I got my Ruby Grapefruit White Claw, not a sponsor, and my Cumberland Farms iced coffee.
And because I'm cheap and we had to pay the bills for the month, like the rent and things like that,
Yep.
I brought my coffee from home.
Being a
Yes.
Yeah.
business owner
Home-
sucks in
oh,
2023.
Home is a
It's the worst.
sponsor.
Home is a sponsor.
Yes.
That's right.
I heard that White Claw tastes like television static. Can you confirm that or deny that?
Fruity television static
Yes.
with like
Now,
it's.
go on, go
I was
on.
gonna say if you like took like those little miso flavored water pods and then like put it in some television static, that's exactly what you would get.
So I suggest you go to Buy Eye Brewing.
Okay.
I was down there the other day,
Oh,
caught
no, I know
off the
exactly.
record.
They make their own.
They make their
seltzers.
own seltzer.
Yep.
Now, I don't drink a whole hell of a lot
Okay.
anymore, but I was out and someone's like, hey, let me buy you a drink.
I've
So
had them.
I had their black cherry. Yeah, they advertise with
Yeah,
us.
I do actually like them too. So
And they had off the record playing there, so I got to watch, Gio, Bob, and Joanna do their thing and enjoy a nice, locally brewed, would you say? I don't know, what do you
they
call
make their own
Right, is it
malt
brewed?
is what they do. So
Okay.
they have their own like malt mixture that they add the flavor to, and it's very good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like static.
No, and it doesn't taste like. And it's funny because whenever I think malt, I mean this has malt in it too, but my mind goes to like Old English 900
Yeah.
malt liquor or
Yeah.
Mad Dog 2020 or something crazy
Mogan
like that.
David 2020, that's actually wine.
It's wine product.
Colt 45 was the original big.
Do they still make that?
Oh, yeah. That's what we're going to do.
Who was the guy?
Billy D.
Next
Williams.
time we used to have our own
Landau
bottle of Mad Dog.
Calrissian, man.
Shout out to Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, right.
I just think about like 2010 probably. I'm barely old enough to drink, right? And I would drink Mad Dog exclusively because I wasn't worried about sugar back then, like
Or
20,
flavor,
21,
or
yeah. And
Wild
so
Irish
many,
quality.
so many
Quality.
pukey nights, so
Irish
many pukey nights.
God,
That stuff
man,
is
no
violent.
way. I mean, I'm an
That stuff is
alcoholic, I'll
violent.
admit it, but I won't drink that shit.
When I first started drinking, my mom and dad met at AA, so I'm a purebred alcoholic. So when I first started drinking,
Do they issue papers like the AKC
yes,
does?
I
when
have
you're
papers.
pulling-
Yes. So I started drinking when I was 18 years old. I never drank before that, and it's because I moved away from home. My mom scared me out of it, and then I
Sure.
said it was fun because I didn't live with her anymore.
Right.
So I started with the sugariest, nastiest drinks.
Sure.
I did the Smirnoff Ice party pack that had the
No.
variety, and I could finish.
Heartburn.
I could finish the 18 of those and be fine.
Ooh,
Like
yeah.
I was just an expert from the start,
Sure.
right? So eventually I gradually went to Mad Dog for a while just because I was hanging out with a tough crowd, and that's
guess
what they
so.
do. And this is a bunch of hicks actually, but and that was too much for me. That was my limit. I was like, this stuff's gonna make me vomit, but I wouldn't vomit for some reason that syrupy, nasty Smirnoff Ice didn't make me vomit, but the Mad Dog, there's something evil about
Well,
that
you're
stuff.
lucky enough to have got into the malt. They call them alternatives in the industry. After Zima.
Oh, Zima.
Zima was good.
Oh,
I liked Zima.
I heard about it, but I've never
Zima
had
was
it.
the ramen pride noodles of alcohol, man. It was like just the worst
I
ghetto.
enjoyed Zima, but the problem with Zima, and I don't know if it's the reason why they took it off the market, but the caps started rusting into the drink.
Yeah,
Oh, so you got extra.
You got extra.
got a little iron.
Shout out to Zima. All right. So
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
So this whole shout out. So we totally goofed up our whole plan. So Art told us that we can't do
No
shout outs
shout-outs.
anymore, but we had a hell of a weekend and we forgot. We were gonna do shout outs throughout this whole show.
I like doing it throughout the show. I don't want to do them at the end.
But we just wanted to
Can we
push you
just say
off.
All right, well,
Sponsored
shout out to Rob's purse because
Yeah.
he did me a super solid. Let me borrow his purse when I was at the between.
It's a Merce.
It's a purse.
How do you know how his purse identifies?
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't know.
I'm microaggressive.
I might
I'm
be
triggered.
microaggressive too, I'm sorry.
I'm triggered right now.
But,
Can we just say
could we be
sponsored by the
microdosing?
school
That would be
doesn't
better.
sponsor us?
That's our next
Wait,
episode.
No, I was
Like-
thinking next
like
episode,
Sponsored by purses.
Sponsored by purses.
Sponsored by the New York.
New York State Lottery.
Yes.
But his purse is not a sponsor, unfortunately.
Sponsored by Yolanda Vega's left
So there's
sock.
nothing in
It
it.
worked as a camera bag for the Between the Buried and Me show. You should check out the little write-up I did. I took some really cool pictures.
It's good. It's on
of
the
that,
website.
Yeah,
Oh, by the way,
Video
subscribe
UX.
to our website.
yeah, get on our damn
Subscribe.
Get on our
website. What's wrong
website,
with
get on
you?
our YouTube.
And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, we're just gonna assume that you hate us.
Yeah.
So.
And if you hate us, subscribe too, because then you
Yeah,
can
'cause
show
then
it
you
and
can sit there
talk
and
shit
just
about
talk
us.
shit.
Yeah, please do.
You don't
So,
wanna miss
okay.
an episode.
Idea. Rob and I had an idea of doing the Bodega Beer Crawl,
We did. We do.
where we would go to, and I guess bodega's not it, but corner stores. Bodega, I found out, is a pejorative term.
Yeah, we didn't know that.
I'm not supposed. I won't say it.
What?
What I call them.
Well, whatever.
Well, then don't.
No, don't. Then don't.
I'll wait till after the show.
But
We didn't realize that bodega was a term like that, though. We always thought it was a term of endearment.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they call them in California.
Yeah.
That's the politically correct version compared to what I call them.
So what I was thinking we should do is before next week, I will go pick up
Hot.
a couple 40s. Liam doesn't drink, so he's exempt. He can have his coffee.
Yeah.
And we
Please.
will all taste, like the Yum Yum sauce, but we will taste these beers you can only find in these type of stores.
Yeah.
You'll have to get little cups for us to like.
Oh yeah. Or
Yeah.
we could, you take this, all of you, and drink.
Yeah.
No,
I
wait
love
a
that.
minute.
Is it Valentine?
I don't really.
Oh, Valentine's actually what my
That's my
grandfather drank,
favorite.
man.
40.
That's a pale ale. That's actually an IPA, believe it or not.
No kidding. That's my favorite.
Indian Pale Ale, back when,
40.
before, you had like Skunk Pussy IPA and all these other flavors now, because the guys with big beards who can't change a tire drink.
Right.
But yeah, my grandfather used to drink that. He used to get 2 quarts a night.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 2 hours later, you couldn't sit in the same room with him.
Well, if we do get 40s, we will have to have a little like bucket or something down here, because you always have to pour some out for the homies that aren't here.
Yeah,
We'll get some prune juice and
I
pour it out for
reminded her of
Vito.
the flag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll
Not sure
pour
about
some
the
prune
flag
juice
yet.
out for Vito and Jimmy. So there's our furry,
Yeah,
who
she's so
doesn't
cute.
like Epstein.
That's so
She's
funny.
got good taste. She's got
Yeah,
good taste.
right? For real.
That is really like kind of ridiculous and cute.
Notice she didn't growl at David Bowie.
She seems
but
like
she
her mood
knows
her mood
he's
has
cool.
shifted since she noticed the flag though. She hasn't been as like spunky.
We honestly thought she was gonna like freak out when she saw you,
Yeah, she's
because she
getting-
doesn't like guys.
Well, the
Oh,
thing is,
okay.
like, I've only
She
had her
was-
for a little over a
she
year,
was
but
like me.
she gets more well adjusted like every time I bring her somewhere. So I think it's good for her to have like exposure.
She's smiling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
Yeah, we're talking about you,
She know how to
Frank.
sip through a straw.
She probably tried.
My mother-in-law taught our dog to eat off a fork.
That's
I
cool.
tried to give her something off a spoon and she bit the spoon and then got angry at it. She's like, "What the hell is this?"
And my mother-in-law used to literally sit there with scrambled eggs and feed the dog.
Aw.
Make up the eggs for the dog.
I've done that before for her.
So my wife doesn't cook a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah.
It's not that she can't, she just doesn't like. She'd rather bake. Baking has rules, cooking
Mhm.
doesn't.
Yeah.
So we get this dog 6 years ago, and I wake up the like 2 days after we got the dog, and I smell eggs. I'm like, wow, she cooked me breakfast on a Sunday.
Right?
I walk out, and ain't she making eggs for the dog?
Wow.
I'm like, well,
The
where's
king.
mine? She goes, you know how to cook. Make your own damn eggs. Dog
That's
can't
funny.
cook. Look at her profile picture. It's the dog.
Right?
Okay. Screensaver on the computer. It's the dog.
Ah, man.
So that's just how it is. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Dogs are really great. I mean, they're very special. You know, there's something very special about it.
we have 2 cats also, and they're just
They're assholes, probably, right?
all cats are assholes.
Oh,
I
cats are
have
definitely
4
animals.
cats. They're really cute, and they're not mine. They're my husband's. He came pre-equipped with 4 cats, and I have to just deal with it. So, but I love them. But there's one cat that we have named Loki. He's a black cat, and he taunts this dog. He will torment her, but she loves it. Like he gets her in trouble all the time. He'll roll over her and he'll get her all excited, and then she'll hop around and try to play with him, and then he'll hiss and attack her. Like so he lures her in, gets her all like excited, and then will attack
Then lights her up.
and then you'll hear like yelping, and you'll hear hissing in the other room, and I'm like, but then he'll watch as I yell at her. He'll sit in the corner and just like be like, yeah, just like he's just such a jerk.
Well, my pets are the
He loves
reason
it.
I don't believe in Darwin's theory of evolution, because these things don't seem to get any smarter.
You need to do children.
Right.
Just let me point that out.
Yeah,
See, I got the
American
stereotype
children.
beat. My cat is loving, loves everybody. You've seen my cat. She comes right up to you,
Mhm.
starts getting on, like wants everything to do with you. She's like a dog. She follows me everywhere in the house. I don't know why. It's just I lucked out.
Yeah, you
Lucked
did.
out with my cat.
Next week we're bringing our cats.
Yeah, so bringing our cats next week, and they're gonna be
No.
here and here and here.
No. I got 2 and they can stay home.
Next
Yeah,
week,
right.
next week is gonna be my last week, I think, unfortunately,
Oh.
for this show. But I'll be in a different
We'll make other
version
content
of
with you.
something else, cause I enjoy like hanging with
Yeah.
you guys, but I'm just for the summer, I'm starting up a full-time job, driving a dump truck at an undisclosed location.
I did that for years. It's
gonna be
great.
fun, it's gonna be
I
fun.
loved it.
And what I like about it is it's minimal manual labor, a lot of it's just driving,
Sure.
dropping the stuff. I applied for I have my CDL and I figured that's a lot of money.
That's like gold.
The real estate market is slow, so I figured
Yeah.
I'll capitalize on the CDL thing. And a lot of the jobs I looked into wanted me to unload and load trucks and lift 160-pound kegs and do this, that, the other thing. And
Oh,
it sounds like it pays well, but this one is just way less
It fits your
physical.
needs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
good. We're gonna
I
miss
think
you.
you would pay with the other ones with your back.
Exactly, I don't wanna break my back for
Yeah.
$36 an hour or whatever, I don't
Right.
care, it's not worth it.
Shit.
So.
I used a blacktop for $5.50 when I started.
Yeah.
No one can ever replace you. You're
Yeah.
irreplaceable.
Especially when I have a furry that can tag along every once in a while, cause
So the minute she's gone, we're putting Peggy in that spot.
Well, Peggy's great.
Peggy would be
Yeah.
fun for this
Peggy
though.
would
yeah.
be fun.
But I could just send Freya over here, I'll put her on an Uber. And
Yeah, send
her
Freya over, we'll hang out with
Yeah,
Freya.
there you
Yeah,
go.
So-
Peggy.
Something off topic and probably to close this out. We just put out our 5th anniversary. We reached our 5th anniversary of the station,
5 years, baby.
and we just put out the 5th anniversary issue of the paper.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank everybody who supported us all the way through, and all the people that have worked with us. I mean, there's too many to list. We have a great
A lot.
team of great people. As of recently, we're the only truly independent local media.
And we're the cool kids for
And
real.
yeah,
We're not lame.
we're the bad table at the wedding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're the ones that don't get an Emmy, because we're just too crude.
Right.
The
It's
Susan
like that, it's the
Lucci.
Always Sunny
Or the Su- yeah.
in Philadelphia version of local radio.
We're the ones that sneak in booze.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, before I worked with you, the first event that you had over at the other place, I didn't realize that you were able to utilize Corcoran's for alcohol.
Sure.
And I'm like, I can't go to a show without booze. So I went over to McDonald's, which is across the street.
Big
I
surprise.
got a cup about this size, filled it up with Sprite, went to the liquor store that used to be over
Smart.
there, loaded it up, and I walk in and there's booze, and I'm like, I look like a schmuck walking around with a McDonald's cup.
So,
Oh, and at some point, we really do need to start pushing this August 6th show, right? Like,
That's what we're
Yes.
doing.
coming up soon.
August 6th, our 5th anniversary party at the Hangar on the Hudson.
It's gonna be a blast.
And that's starting at what time?
doors at 2.
Doors at 2.
Daytime party.
Daytime party, and what's interesting is like we're not going out and trying to find some big name band or all like the hottest local bands, because all the hottest local bands actually work with us.
Yeah.
Everybody who works here is or works with us is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we got a hell of a lineup. We've
Yep.
got Jesse's, your side band's doing
Yeah,
this.
my side chick band.
We're a side chick band.
No Such Thing as Ghosts.
We're actually pulling Jimmy Barrett out of mothballs with the lawn sausages for
That's
a few
Nice,
songs.
nice.
I'm glad for that. I'm so happy. That's cool.
The Vava Voodoos, because Johnny Mystery writes for us. Chris Pizzone Band, because Opie plays with us.
Yep.
Nikki Chaos.
Peggy of
James
Troy.
Mullen, Peggy of Troy, Seth
We
Casal.
getting, you said the Vava Voodoos is coming?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a big day, and you know we're charging at the door. I'm sorry, I'm not doing this free because I'm gonna take all the money.
It's cheap though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take all the money and pay you guys.
And you gotta
Well,
pay for
thank
the
you.
room too.
Yeah, I gotta pay for the room too, you know. And once again, we're just doing it like we do things, is
It's gonna be a
low
whole-
drag and pretty much DIY.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I don't even know. I'm performing too. I don't even know exactly what I'm doing yet, but
He's gonna do magic tricks.
When are
You
you
know
making the
what?
flyer?
That'd be hilarious if you dressed up as the great
coming.
Rob Dini.
Bob Beanie?
Rob Dini.
Oh, I gotcha.
And you have the little hat, and you could pull like a street rat out of the hat.
Mm.
And,
There's all sorts of options. there.
yeah,
I know a few magic tricks.
there you go. You can do that, or maybe fire dancing for us.
And I could try sword swallowing for the first time live.
There you go.
For
For the first
I
time.
could try it.
Once.
He gave it a good college effort.
Yeah, you know.
And I
So,
hear Vito's gonna fan dance,
yes.
wearing nothing but a snuggie and a G-string underneath.
That's
it.
hot, that's
So,
hot.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Are we gonna have a furry there? I
I
feel like
should really
Freya,
try
Freya
for
has
that.
very sensitive ears, so she probably can't
No,
go.
we'll try to find a furry to show
We
up
should.
of some sort.
We could get, I bet Peggy would do it.
Yeah, we should really
I don't know.
invite some very wild
Try
people to
whatever.
show
Well,
up.
we're doing it right now. Wild people
Yeah,
come.
wild people come, yes.
Bring $10 and come.
$10.
Right.
All right. What do you say we call it?
Call
I
it a
guess so.
day.
Hey, I know that you hate it, but I got 2 very important shows coming up, but I need to talk about it real quick.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just use
So,
us.
I
Treat us
you know,
like a co-host prom queen.
I get
Go
something
ahead.
out of it. So no, I'm just kidding. So I got No Such Thing as Ghosts in Massachusetts, which nobody's going to that anyway, except for a bunch of people in Massachusetts. So forget about that one. But very, very, very important. Anna Cortez's possibly their last show for a while, maybe last show ever. I'm not 100% sure. We're going through a shift. Our bass player has time commitment issues, which is fine. Totally understand. We're gonna release an album, so maybe we'll have an album release party later in the fall, possibly. I don't know. But we're gonna take a break from shows after this. So July 16th, Empire Underground. It might be a sold out show. I sold all of our pre-sale tickets. We had 50 of them. I sold them all.
Nice.
The headliner is a very popular singer from the Warped Tour days. Highly controversial, but I guess he's gotten his shit together. But that makes him more desirable for some reason.
Sure.
Very good singer, very, very good singer. I don't care what a scumbag he is. You can tell him I said that. He's got a very good voice. So we are opening for him. My husband's super excited about it. He's a big fan. I guess he used to sing for Dance Gavin Dance, Amorosa, yeah. I guess he was selling laptops on Instagram at one point, but not shipping them out. Never sending the laptops, but he would take the money.
Nice.
That's admirable.
He was doing stuff like that. So
Honorable,
I mean,
yes.
like everybody knows this stuff, so I don't mind talking about
Yeah.
it. It's kind of funny and cute because it's like back in the old scene, back in the early 2000s, there were a lot of characters like that got away with just being absolute scumbags because they were doing things that probably doing drugs and drinking a lot and whatever. But
Drugs are bad, okay?
he's reformed. He's reformed.
Okay.
He's a recovering addict, and I guess he's a decent human being now. He's done some interviews since then, so.
We've all
He-
sinned.
He gets a pass for just having an amazing voice. I love this dude's voice.
Does
So-
he get a name or is
Oh,
this
his name
just-
is Johnny Craig. But we're opening for him.
He's
And
Jenny's brother.
Jenny's
Yes.
Correct.
He's got his
Jenny's
whole,
younger brother.
Yeah.
He's got his
Their younger
own
brother.
diet. His own diet.
But yeah, he's a really talented musician. We're very honored to be able to open for him. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Peace.
have a good one. Actually, I don't think he does play anything. I think he just sings, but whatever.
Whatever.
He's a talented artist.
Used to be a scumbag, former scumbag.
Former scumbag, reformed scumbag. Very excited for it.